Ladies and gentlemen, members of the forum, welcome back to Old World. My name, of course, is Potato. Things, I will say, are going pretty darn well. We had a pretty good first episode, if I do say so myself. Thank you to everyone who provided feedback in the comments. It is very, very, very much appreciated. On the back of that first episode, there's a couple of things to clarify, right? So the tech tree, and I should have clarified this in the first episode, the tech tree works in the sense of you don't choose what technology to research in the tech tree. When you finish researching a specific technology, you then get to draw a hand of techs that are accessible at that moment in time. So these are the 4 techs that we've currently drawn, so to speak. Now we can redraw if we have a certain traits, the scholar leader. We can redraw these techs, but you can only choose from these specific technology cards that come up every time you finish a bit of research. Also, something else that I should clarify, it's not the rate of food that dictates the growth rate of the city. It's actually another resource which isn't shown up here. It's the growth rate. They look unbelievably similar, but it is ever so slightly different. You do not get the growth rate through planting fields. Fields only give you food. In order to get growth rate, you need to improve the pasture, as we can see down in the bottom right hand corner. You get the growth from cattle, and you also get the growth from specialists, which we will undoubtedly talk about at some point during the course of this episode. Brilliant. So what are we doing? What do we want to prioritize getting done? Well, we should always try and do the events in the first instance, because that can cost orders, and we should try and prioritize the stuff which consumes orders in the first instance, because if we don't, end up exploring a little bit because we've spent all of our orders on an event, then that's fine with me. Okay, quarries near Antium have unearthed a massive stone Goliath. Culture with scholars are not familiar. Okay, what do we want to do with it? We can put it on public display, or we can trade it in for 50 stone. Well, I tell you what, the reason that I think we're gonna put it on display in order to increase our culture, I mean, Antium it's not a particularly cultured city, but it's not a particularly undercultured city either, to be honest, so that's fine. Let's put it on public display. I don't think that we need the stone. We actually do have a bunch of stone coming in right now, and we're about to finish up another quarry over here, which is going to be absolutely brilliant. And what is this? Duke Remus has been investing in a variety of scientific pursuits. He comes to you with exciting new development, a method with which scholars may gain knowledge by observation and deduction. Deductive reasoning. Wonderful. Well, do we want to discover a random tech, or do we want to provide our sciences with better practices? Or we could gain the scientific method if indeed we were an intelligent individual, but we're not, unfortunately, so that kind of sucks. Right, well, let's put that on display in Antium. We'll get that sorted right now. We'll come back to the event at the end of the turn, given that there is technically a chance that we could discover an ancient ruin, and therefore we might be able to get a little bit of extra character traits added on. We could become intelligent. How far are we off becoming intelligent? I mean, well, we'd need to just find it in a ruin, but we could find it. You never know. Our men find murals depicting creatures, rituals, and battles. The style is reminiscent of the Vandals, leading us to believe that this tribe was perhaps a precursor to their own. It's a shame. That's a shame. We would gain discipline, or we'll make good use of what we find. Now, the Vandals, am I correct in thinking, yeah, the Vandals are indeed not super bothered about me at the moment, to be honest. So, negative 40 opinion for 40 years. I mean, it's bad, but it's not the end of the world, is it? Not really. Whereas gaining discipline is good. I mean, that just gives us more money, and we're not exactly in a poor financial situation, not by any means. However, 125 stone and 80 research, I don't think I can turn down 80 research. That is really, really good. We've upset the Vandals. We didn't gain the intelligent bonus, but that is what it is. That is what it is. Let us go and get some apply to a project currently in development, or apply it to a project currently in development, or gain 125 science. Apply it to a project in development. We've unlocked Battle Line, which unlocks the Maceman units, and it leads to Steel with Forestry, and it also gives us a bonus card as well. So the bonus card is another sort of card that is mixed into the research screen at the end there. So yeah, okay, altogether not too unhappy with that. We have to choose a research. What do we want to choose? What indeed do we want to choose? Also, we'll start talking a little bit about diplomacy and I guess like assassinations, stuff like that. Tell you what, battle line as a tech to get for free is pretty bloomin' good. That is actually not too bad at all. What are we after, though, in terms of tech? Is there anything that we really want to try and beeline to? I mean, honestly, a pasture is really, really good. It's very, very nice, in fact. I think a pasture has got to be what we're after, because the pasture gives us that extra growth rate. We've got, what, 1, 2... Oh, 100%. 100%. Okay, I mean, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 potential pasture zones in the city of Rome. So that is very, very much what we're interested in. Okay, let's keep exploring. Keep exploring. Keep on keeping on. And what have we got? We've got a worker that's free to go and do what he wants. Do we want to build a barracks? No. Do we want to build a garrison? Not particularly. Enables the city governor. We could put a governor in the city. I mean, that's not a bad idea. I like that. I like that a lot. However, it will give us -2 stone per year, and we do want to try and get as much stone as we possibly can. Now, I haven't really touched on this as a feature yet. However, we can build wonders, and wonders are indeed buildings that are really, really good. They give you, pretty powerful bonuses. So I think we want to try and build as many as we possibly can. Just to have a little look at some of them, some of the earlier ones that we can do. Now, you will notice that some of the wonders are defined by culture level. So, for example, we can build the pyramids when we have a weak culture level. However, all of these wonders require an inordinate amount of stone in order to construct, and we can buy that stone in. We can buy that stone in for a price of 2,660 gold. However, we don't have that gold, not quite yet, anyway. Pyramids, they do take a long time to build, but they do give us a -25% start law cost, so that will reduce the cost of implementing a law, as we talked about in the last episode. That'll take it down from 400 down to 300, which would be really, really nice indeed. So the pyramids, definitely an option. Requires an arid plain. I mean, I presume that we've got a little bit of arid somewhere around here. I mean, we've got an arid hill over here. We got arid plains over there. So that's not exactly a bad idea. I think, to be honest, I might be very much inclined to see if we can try and get a little bit of an improved growth rate before we start. And if I build a farm, a farm on this sorghum, that's great. Unfortunately, it is on an arid tile, which is disappointing because that leads to a -40% collection of food. But because it's adjacent to a volcano, we get a bunch of food. All right, fine. Head over here, smash down just a regular farm, please. That would be brilliant. Again, the growth rate is what we're after. It's going to consume some trees. We need some trees. We can get our workers to go out and manually collect trees, but that's not really something that I would like to do. I want to try and get them just building as much as we possibly can at this moment in time. Also, I think we should be looking to expand as quickly as we possibly can. So after we're done with the forum in Antium, I think we're immediately going to transition into... Yeah, we're going to transition into a settler. We're going to transition into a settler. The settler is probably best suited to this city site up here, so we'll try and do that as quickly as we possibly can. Right. So that gives us a good little roadmap on where we're going to go. I just told you to fortify. I don't actually want you to fortify. I actually want you to come back over here. You guard the city site next turn, and we'll get you back to our territory to heal, since we're only able to heal in our own territory. Right, so just like how we've, got our brother to be the general of the unit, which gives it a bunch of bonuses, which is very, very nice indeed. We can also get an ambassador. Now, an ambassador would allow us to unlock some diplomacy options. We've actually unlocked the ambassador through the sovereignty tech as well. So that allows us... I think it's the sovereignty tech. It's definitely no, it's the aristocracy tech. My bad. Okay, so it's ambassador. It allows us to basically peace out and have truces with a whole bunch of barbarians and also other player factions as well. Now, I think we're gonna discover some more player factions over the course of this episode, just because, I mean, statistically that is very likely to happen. So we've just got to bear that in mind. On a visit to the market, your son Memercus runs free of his bodyguards and vanishes into the crowds. Days later, there's still no sign of the child, and you prepare for the worst. People come to pay their respects. What will you tell them? What? No, 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 no. My heir to be. No, please. This is not good. So this is the sort of nonsense that can happen. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I mean, 60 culture. Is my son worth 60 culture? No. No, not at all. 60 culture is real nice, and it gets us a good chunk of the way to the next level of culture. We're, 170 out of 200 culture points there. However, I gotta be real. My son gives me a bunch of bonuses that I was really looking forward to capitalizing on, especially when he became leader. We are 41 years old. That is a terrifying prospect because we haven't really done anything with our lives yet. I say that. We have done a lot with our lives, but you get the picture. Right, let's move you onto the city site. So we'll hold the city site for now. Wonderful. This barbarian encampment, by the way, over here, I want to take out as quickly as we possibly can. Right, what did I say we were going to build? I said we were going to build a settler, and I still think that that is absolutely the correct course of action. Right, let's do it. Let's get a settler into construction. 9 turns, it's a little bit of a long time. Building a master acolyte, I still think that that's probably good. It's probably good. I mean, how long is it? It would take 7 turns. It would take 7 turns to get a settler if we were to build it in Rome. Honestly, I think a master acolyte is all right. Maybe a little bit premature on the master acolyte, but that is fine. I mean, more culture and more growth is always good. I mean, the growth just ends up paying dividends anyway. Right, let's do the events first. Ancient statues been unearthed and later erected in Antium has been stolen. Local militias are baffled by the crime. What shall be done? Send court spies, or it's not worth the expense to find it. Send court spies because that can potentially, maybe, lead to some promising events. Right, the worker is just done over here. We're 3 turns away from getting husbandry. I mean, that is pretty important. We could build a garrison. How long would that take? That would take 5 years, and I'm not entirely convinced that I want to waste 5 years building that. I mean, ideally, we start working on Wonder right now. Ideally, we start working on Wonder right now. I mean, 600 stone. It's just too much. It's too much stone. We do get 20 stone per turn, which is a lot of stone, but it's just not enough, unfortunately. It's just not enough. I tell you what I think we should do. I think we should get a barracks right over here. It's going to take 6 years of building, though. That's the problem. 6 years to build a barracks. However, in saying that, it is very, very important to me that we try and, boost as much as possible our training rates. I mean, we are Rome, for goodness sake. We need to start capitalizing on the fact that we are Rome. We need to start building units. We need to start spamming them out. We need to start conquering all of the little city-states in order to try and get some city sites. City sites are indeed very, very valuable because there are only certain places that you can spawn a city, and we need to make sure that we're expanding at a rate of knots. So, yeah, very important that we get that done. I've already told you to heal. Okay, brilliant. You are just going to go to sleep, actually. You're going to go to sleep until I activate you because there is no reason for you to move from this site. It's very important that we secure the nearby sites over here. No longer mourning the death of my son. I mean, that's brilliant. Uh-oh. Our spies receive a personal message addressed to you from the King of Assyria. It's a paranoid rant, a litany of accusations. That's not good. That's not good. So we can either choose for him to become suspicious of us, or we can send 500 gold to Assyria, or scold him for being ridiculous. I don't know. I'm going to scold him for being ridiculous, to be honest, because I am really, really keen to try and boost our training rate as much as possible. However, I do feel like maybe I should only back up some pretty feisty actions, like the Syrian scout down there. I should basically try and make sure that I've got some more troops before angering the beast. Also, I need to send my scout around. I need more scouts, to be honest. I do need more scouts. However, it's also really important that we get just a rough understanding of the terrain that faces us. Right. Heal. You heal on that turn. Brilliant. And there's nothing else to do this year. Okay, great. Honestly, popping out another scout would not be a bad idea. Hey, a brand new daughter as well. Fantastic. That is, what, my second daughter? If I have a little look at my primogenite screen. Brilliant. Marcus Julius. Yeah, you dead, I'm afraid. That's such a shame. Such a shame. All right, so that's my third daughter, actually. Okay, cool. Well, I got 3 daughters. I've got so many daughters, I can't remember the names of them all. Cannot remember the names of them all. All right, what do we want to do? Time passes quickly. You still remember the birth of Duchess Cornelia, but she's growing up fast. Blah, 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 blah. Now, this isn't the heir. This is my niece. Okay, she's 4th in line. Fine, what do I want her to do? I would like her to study... I tell you what, I'd like her to study discipline. I'd like her to study discipline. Actually, no, that's not true. That's not true. I would like her to study... rhetoric. The reason that I'd like her to study rhetoric is because, of course, it's nice to get additional civics points. However, I would like her to become an ambassador. Now, we can actually... What to say? We can actually already equip an ambassador right at this very moment in time. I mean, who are you to me? You're just a member of my court. I mean, that's fine. Plus 50 player opinion. It will consume an order and 100 civics. But you're pretty good as well. You are pretty good as well because you will increase player opinion and barbarian opinion as well. So I think we might just go for you. There we go. And immediately there's a nice little boost across the board there. The king doesn't hate me as much. The king of Assyria doesn't hate me as much. And also all of the barbarians like me a little bit. Cool. So that is what diplomacy is. And it will continue to be pretty important going forward. Right, so what are the recommended tiles? I mean, a little bit of iron is nice. I don't really feel like it's entirely necessary at this moment in time. A garrison in each and every city would certainly be good because we're gonna need all the defense that we can get if indeed we are attacked by somebody. In saying that, though, getting the pyramids, I want to build these pyramids. I want to build these pyramids greatly. I really, really, really do. I mean, we can sell off some resources. We could sell off some food. We could sell off some iron. We could sell off some wood in order to try and increase our treasury, in order to try and start work on some pyramids. It's not necessarily a terrible idea. Right, I think that's what we want to do, actually, because it's gonna give us 4 culture per year, which is also really, really nice. Or we could build the Hanging Gardens, and that increases growth rates by 20%, although it needs to be built next to a river. We ain't got a river, I'm afraid. Minus 10% improvement costs. Yeah, I mean, that's also really, really good. Ishtar Gate. 6 culture per year, 1 growth per culture level. That requires 300 iron. I mean, that is straight up impossible. I think we need to try and get these pyramids down. Let me see if I can sell. There we go. Sell a bunch of iron as well. Right, so that should give us... it doesn't even give us enough. What do we need? We need 2,677. I mean, I'm trying not to... There we go. I'm trying not to sacrifice too much stuff here. But it's gonna be costly. But we start work on the pyramids, so that's totally fine. Let's continue to move you around. I'm actually gonna try and bring my scout back to near enough the city, so that we can start harvesting a couple of resources that are around here to try and boost our development a little bit. Cool. Heal you up. Great. We are very, very empty on stone. We are decreasing our wood stockpile. I think that is the right decision. I'm actually not super bothered about it. Greece has begun construction of the Hanging Gardens. Well, given that I don't actually know where Greece is, I guess we now know where Greece is. We can see right over here that is the Hanging Gardens in which Greece was reported to be building. Cool. All right, let's do the events first. In a stroke of good luck, Hostis has come into possession of a lion, a rare exotic creature from the south. He wishes to use the beast in one of Lucilla's science lessons, but the girl's reluctant. All it took was the cat's enormous teeth. Who is this? This is my heir. This is my heir. Okay, so now we either decide to make her foolish or not. What is she at the moment? Does she have a personality at the moment? I don't think she really does, to be honest. She doesn't have any personality at this moment in time. Right, choose a research, 200 food. I mean, that would be nice. That would be nice to do. 3 years. However, do I care about anything else? I think actually we'll take the food boost. Yeah, that'd be pretty darn good. Right, I think I'm actually going to make her courageous. I think that's who we want. That's who we want. Yeah, this is going to be our first trait on the board. Wonderful. We'll make her courageous. Again, that's just going to go towards increasing our training rate. We're going to get our troops leveled up as quickly as we possibly can at some point soon, actually. Harvest wheat. Wonderful. Harvest barley over here. Wonderful. Lots and lots of stuff to possibly harvest in this vicinity. Harvest elephants. We can harvest the citrus as well. Lots and lots of food. Lots and lots of stuff that we can harvest over here. Now, harvested stuff does indeed come back, but it only comes back after however long it is. I don't even know how long it takes for the resources to come back. Right. So let's get my brother's unit to move out to the north. See if we can discover a little bit more about the territory up here. Cool. All right. You know, all things considered, reasonably happy with how things are going. Envoys from Assyria return to the capital, hoping to repay our favor. Great. Great, great, great. Rare polished stone or 5 orders? I mean, honestly, the rare polished stone is really, really nice. What is worth the most? I mean, stone is worth the most to me, right? So, I mean, I would be silly not to take the stone because the stone sells for the most. Yeah, and also they don't hit me as much, which is kind of nice. Okay, lovely. Let's continue exploring, and by exploring I mean let's continue collecting. Harvest camels, harvest the horses, harvest the Sgorum. Cool. Right, we need to discover stuff around here, I think. Let's go and see what the situation is with you. Let's move you out here. Brilliant. There might indeed be an ancient ruin up in this vicinity, which would be great. A family friend paid a visit to Duchess Cornelia's school and sends a glowing report about the heir's progress. She appears happy and healthy, and she's excited to return home and take her place in court. Brilliant. So we can send her a gift of academic texts, or we can make her charismatic. I'm going to send her wine in order to make her charismatic. So that's going to increase our civics rate, which is quite nice. The more civics that we're able to get, the better. Okay, some more Gauls up here. That makes it all the more important that we actually just, you know, get this city site secured as quickly as we possibly can. Scientific pursuits seem to intrigue your wife. Brilliant. Maybe wise to build a workplace where she could explore the world's many mysteries. Okay, it's too expensive? No, I don't want my wife to hate me. So if I was to take this option, then my wife would hate me for 20 years. 20 whole years for not building her a private lab. Okay, I tell you what. She will become intelligent, which is lovely. Very, very nice indeed. And that is a trait which means that if she is to become a governor, then we will get 2 additional science per culture level. And that's actually pretty darn huge. The reason that it's pretty darn huge is that Rome is about to level up. Rome is about to become... It's going to surpass a developing culture. It's going to become a developing 2 culture, which is very, very nice indeed. And when we hit that, well, to be honest, I would like to stick a governor in. That will require a garrison. However, we're building a barracks at the moment, but we can build a garrison next, and that is absolutely something that I would be willing to do. Distracting child, your energetic daughter Agrippina is distracting you from your royal duties. Something must be done. Execution. Hiking in the snowy mountains. Exploring the hills. Tracking animals in the wood. Okay, so there's a bunch of different bonuses. Hardy, fatigue limit +2. Highlander, fighting from the hill. I mean, hiking in the snowy mountains. The fatigue limit of 2 when commanding a unit as a general That's pretty darn good if I do say so myself. Yeah, I like the look of that. I really do. Right, let's explore around here. Wow, this is a desolate area. The Gauls, 2 spots over here, not terrible, to be honest. And I will probably end up taking them at some point. What do I care more about? Do I care more about silver? Yeah, let's harvest the silver, actually, because that's going to give me 50 gold, and 50 gold's a pretty big boost at this moment in time. Right, so yeah, we can indeed declare war on the Gauls. We probably will indeed declare war on the Gauls. Your wife has given birth to a daughter. Brilliant. There's so many daughters. So many daughters. Absolutely delightful. Right, let's head up here, and let's harvest the ore. 6 iron ore. Very, very nice indeed. Let's keep on exploring this area. Again, the Gauls. Okay. So this is a little bit of a blessing and a curse, to be honest. Because, ooh, is that an undiscovered, an unutilized city site? Is that on the coast? It might just be a lake, but this is a real opportunity here, folks. Yeah, that's real good. That's real good. Okay, so we're building a settler in Rome. I didn't even realize that we were building a settler in Rome after we'd finished the Acolyte. We'll talk a little bit about the Acolyte in just a second. But the fact that we're building 2 settlers now, we're almost done 1, and we're just coming up on the 2nd, that's actually pretty darn powerful. That is actually pretty darn powerful. Okay, let's get my brother's unit to... Actually, let's not get my brother's unit to do anything, because we're going to do all of the different stuff. Young officer, all of the different decisions, that is. A young officer in Rome has rapidly risen through the ranks, impressing our top generals. They see a bright future. The officer should stay and protect Rome, or we can get him to join the court as a great soldier. Now, I believe that we've already got... Yeah, join the court, please. That would be fantastic. I don't even know how I can look at my court specifically. I don't even know if it's something that I can look at directly. That's a great question, because it's not here. This is just my family tree. Anyway, the fact that we've got somebody else in our court is good, because that means that there's a whole bunch of events that we can actually tackle directly with that dude specifically, so that's kind of nice. All right, what have we got? Discover bonus grain. Okay, that would be nice. A free Hastus. Free Hastus is an inventory unit, and that would appear in Rome. It's going to take 7 years to do, though. However, it is permanently trashed when discarded. I think I'm going to take a little short-term gain, though. I do feel the need to get some more units. Desperately feel the need to get more units. A personal message from... This is the king of Assyria, but it's a little more than a confusing, insult-laden rant. Okay. We can make him estranged for legitimacy. Perhaps we can earn his favor with support. Yeah, I would actually love to do that. I would actually love to do that. Right, and so now he's just gone from the most unhappy individual in the world for the small price of 50 training points, which, I mean, we have in absolute abundance. Absolute abundance, I tell you. All right, let's continue around here. I still have one more event to do. Exotic pets. A delegation from a distant kingdom arrived in our court. As a mark of respect, they offer us a choice of exotic creatures to add to our royal menagerie. Which animals should we choose? Monkeys are pretty cute. Tropical fish are beautiful. Our menagerie is full enough. Monkeys are pretty cute. Monkeys are pretty cute indeed. Sure. It's a bit weird to think of keeping a monkey, but there we are. Right. The Great Ziggurat. We could start building the Great Ziggurat. That's not exactly terrible. Again, the stone is just a little bit out of reach, however. Now, what are the chances of us building a garrison? Not bad, actually. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. 80 stone. I mean, we can build a garrison. It needs to be built on one of these city tiles, though. Is there any reason why it should be built here? I guess we can build it here. Yeah, why the heck not? It's going to take 5 years to get done, but it's going to allow my wife to become a governor, which is something that I'm very, very, very interested in. Very, very, very interested in indeed. Do I want to get you to march? Not particularly. We'll just leave you to chill out over there. 7 turns on the pyramid, so that's quite nice. Yeah, and you're already sleeping, so that's fine because we're protecting that city site. All right, this is really, really good. Tyranny or constitution. So this is a law choice. We've got 400 culture, 400 civics in the bank, which is very, very nice. Let's have a little look at this. Let's have a little look at this here. So tyranny gives us +1 discontent per year in every city, plus 10 gold per military unit within city territory, and it costs 400, as we can expect. Constitution of Law unlocks decree, plus 10 civics per year. Julius's opinion is plus 20. It also costs 400. And the decree in the capital just unlocks a bunch of projects. And these are a whole bunch of repeatable projects which seem to give us orders upon completion. Not terrible, to be honest. I mean, tyranny, I like the idea of tyranny. I feel like tyranny could be really, really exploitable. I actually do feel like tyranny is probably right for us. I say that, however, there's no real point in getting tyranny until, first of all, we get the pyramids sorted. And also, second of all, we actually have troops within our city territory. And we're getting a free Hastus, which is a troop, in 6 years. The pyramids completing in 6 years. To me, that seems like a pretty perfect time after we complete the pyramids, after we get the Hastus, to start the introduction of tyranny. Now, discontent is quite simple. It works kind of like, I guess, like anti-culture or anti-growth. So cities gain discontent over time. When a city's discontent fills up, its overall discontentment level goes up, which increases maintenance and reduces growth. Use festivals to reduce discontent. Right, we've got 0 discontent in our city of Antium, and we've not got a huge amount. Yeah, I tell you what, we're not far off the next level of discontent, although it's not growing, which is nice. Discontent is not growing in Greece, which is very, very important. Right, what's going on? Our adorable court monkey has proven to be a revelation for court scientists. A top scholar has studied him, and her experiments are leading to new insights into animal behavior. Hey! So we can either choose to always knew he was smart plus 80 science, or indeed just get rid of the monkey. Right, well instead let's put that into science. And what do we want? This is my heir. Right, what have I chosen to make you do? I've chosen to give you courage, haven't I? Yeah, so do we want to continue to give her courage, or do we want to perhaps go into something else? Honestly, let's double down on her being a super courageous individual. Why the heck not? She's going to be a fantastic, fantastic leader. Position in your personal honor guard has become available. Rival candidates from the Julius and Valerius families have both come forward to petition for the opening. Which shall we choose? First of all, let's have a little look at what the families think of me. The Julius family obviously likes me a heck of a lot more because I founded the capital with that family. So that's something to consider. To be honest, what is happening at the moment? Nothing is happening. Nothing is happening that I'm terribly bothered about, but we should probably just, make the Valerius family like me a little bit more. Julius family already likes me, so that's not too bad. Now, you do get certain bonuses. You do get certain bonuses from keeping the families happy, but at the moment, I think it's just these bonuses, so all of these bonuses that you can see right here. All of these bonuses right here. These bonuses, I think, will disappear if indeed we are to let our families become unhappy with us. So we'll try and obviously avoid that. Right. Very, very important that we get this area explored. That is a brilliant, brilliant location for a city. In fact, it's on the coast. It's totally on the coast as well. Oh, this is so good. This is so unbelievably good. Yeah, I actually want to probably get you to march right in here because this could be pretty good. There we go. Hidden Jungle City boasts a hoard of gold jewelry, pendants, lip plugs, nose ornaments, necklaces, earrings. All the workmanship at the site displays the same signature style, unparalleled skill with gold. Right, what would we like to do? Send it to our troops or study the craftsmanship? I think, honestly, studying the craftsmanship is not a bad idea at all. I think we're going to do it. Thank you very much. Let's indeed do it. Now, we can level up our general, although I doubt that that's going to be happening for a good long time, given that he's only got 20 out of 100 experience points. But that city site is gargantuan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 city site tiles right there in comparison to the 5 that we've got there. Actually, that's pretty darn good. It's pretty darn good. That's a little bigger than average, I would say. Maybe not on this map. That's only 4. That's only 5. Maybe I take it back. Maybe this is the Maybe this is the normal size. Either way, five tiles over there is bloomin' good. Bloomin' good. Where are we going to send our first settler? The settler from Antium is going to come across to this city site, I believe. That's where we want you to go. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Right, you can just continue exploring. Yeah, nothing too untoward over here. I do still have a couple of additional orders, and since I've already unlocked the ability for this scout to move, we might as well just get you to, I don't know, go and harvest some horses. Harvest some cattle over here. We don't have the points. That's fine. All right, end the year. Very, very successful turn that. I'm pretty darn happy. In a surprise piece of news, you receive an update from your heir, Cornelia. Academy scholars respect her, and the other students compete to befriend her. She's thriving. Brilliant. Okay, so she can become affable, which is nice, but it's only useful as a governor, which leads me to think that maybe her getting wisdom is better. Because that is a little bit more useful. It can be used when she's a leader. Yeah, okay. Let's get her to become wise then. That's not a problem at all. So there are some traits which are only useful as governor. That's not to say that they're not useful only in the very, very select situation where, you know, you're in charge of a city. There are a couple of narrative choices that can only be unlocked if you have a certain personality trait, as we've already seen. But, you know, that's just something to consider. Right, Rhetoric Studies. Now that Cornelia has completed the study of rhetorics, how shall we contribute to the court? She's no longer a student. Wow, that's wonderful. So she can become a diplomat, or she can become an orator. An orator, I should say. Right. Leader mission, player alliance with, barbarian alliance with, and she will become a diplomat. We already have a pretty good diplomat. Can serve as a governor or ambassador, and also gives her 3 charisma. Or we can make her a powerful and influential politician. Lacks the discipline. However, upgrade and improvement to the next level. Yeah. That seems pretty cool. I think we'll make you a politician. Fine. Excellent student. Has excelled. This is my other daughter. No, this is the same one. No, this is a different daughter. This is a different daughter. That was Cornelia who we're talking about. Now we're talking about Lucilla. Okay, great. What do you want? She should focus on battlefield tactics, or she should focus on unit tactics. So it's a choice between courage and or discipline. However, battlefield tactics also gives us a bonus as leader. All cities can hurry city production with population, which seems pretty darn good. Or no extra consumption costs when outside borders. All units critical chance plus 10%. I really actually like the idea of hurrying production with population when she's leader. Right, the research is done. We've unlocked our free unit then, I take it. What do we have next? Well, I tell you what, getting some additional laws would definitely be nice. We don't really have the civics to do that at this moment in time. However, we could in fact introduce freedom, or we could introduce slavery, which gives us increased discontent, but 5 orders. I mean, that's not really an option for me, to be honest. We don't need orders. We also have roads, so that can mean that we can connect up the cities. Now, I don't believe that Antium is currently connected to Rome, so that means that it suffers from not having... It suffers from not getting a little bonus in growth. And I tell you what, getting a road would be nice. The only problem is that I don't know if a road can traverse... I don't know if a road can traverse farms. It must. Destructive monkey. Our adorable court monkey's behavior has gone from bad to worse. He escaped from the menagerie and made his way through the capital, inciting local wildlife. 1 improvement destroyed in Rome. Oh, dreadful. Oh, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. It was the barracks which I just built. All right, well that's fine. We've got our Hastatus. Sure, that's good. That's nice. Happy with that. Right. We've still got one more choice to make. I tell you what, let's go and get roads. Roads seems like a pretty darn good idea. Linking up our cities, it's not a bad idea. Wow, now this is a giant city site. This is a huge city site. Wowzers. Okay, harvest the gems, additional culture. Harvest the silver, additional gold. These are like, this is like a blueprint to 3 different cities over here. I think legitimately now what I do is, I think I take this city site on the coast here, and then I take this city site just up the coast. I mean, this is fantastic. This is really, really good. We have been given a real opportunity here. That was stupid. I should have moved. In fact, I can move. I can just undo the last move you up to the olives, and then consume the olives with an order rather than moving over here. So that is exactly why I love the undo function. There's just no reason why there shouldn't be one. I can upgrade to a legionary. Oh, brilliant. That is fantastic. Although we need to have legendary culture, and we ain't got legendary culture in Rome at this moment in time, which is a bit of a shame. Bit of a shame indeed. Right, okay, next unit, yep, you can just go to sleep for now. We are going to spend some training points on getting that research in just a sec. I mean, this is, maybe I should promote you. Can I promote you to give an increase in vision? No, I can't. I was way to say, you're pseudo-scouting at the moment. Maybe if we could get you to have a little bit more vision, that would be great. Egypt has begun construction of the lighthouse. Right, so coastal city income increases by 50%, which is quite interesting. Duke Remus is now severely ill. He's 50 years old. Severely ill gives us a 70% chance of death, so there is a chance that my brother might pull through. However, it's looking a little bit less likely. A little bit less likely this turn. Right, we got to get my settler over to this area as quickly as we possibly can. I think we can get through the mountain pass there. I think. Let me see what's going on with my Hastus. Sure. Also, let's do the events first. Emissary, our artisans have grown fond of the quality of your lumber. We seek peace in order to ensure that our trade with your nation grows. Yes. Yes, that sounds fantastic. That sounds fantastic. So, the state of peace is slightly different from just having a truce. At the moment, we've got a truce with absolutely everyone. However, with peace means that we actually can't attack each other, which is really, really nice. Very, very nice indeed. Right, 4 turns away from the pyramids. That's pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. Your cities have trained another settlers, so you may have to defeat some barbarians to access more city sites. Oh, that's a tutorial. Don't care about that. And a suspicious monkey. Our adorable court monkey appears to harbor a grudge against the heir. Servants swear that they have caught him shooting murderous glances. Perhaps we could capitalize on this. Ignore him and he will cease. Train him to assassinate the heir. What? We're getting a monkey to assassinate our daughter? Enough monkey business. Ignore him and he will cease. You know what? I don't actually want him to kill my daughter. I'm sorry. We're no longer going to be a monkey owner. That was probably the worst monkey in the history of monkeys. A monkey assassinate. Can you imagine a monkey assassinating my daughter? Goodness gracious me, that would be bad. Contact with an unknown nation. Interesting. Interact with them and share freely. This is Babylon, and it's up at the top right-hand corner of the map, as you can see there. 3 orders and 20 XP, or indeed we interact with them and share freely. Interact with them and share freely. Let's continue up here. Okay, wow. We need to rush this city site over here then. Right, that kind of makes sense. And the Gauls are up over here. Honestly, if I can get on the good side of the Gauls, then they could probably help me take, well, anyone down. They pretty much surround my territory, so maintaining good relations with them is either really, really important or really, really to be discouraged. Scouts encounter an expedition of strangers following a similar route. They call themselves Greeks and hail from a distant land beyond the borders. Sharing a cordial meal, the 2 groups exchange stories and souvenirs. Show them goodwill. That's not bad. We must dominate them. I don't need to dominate them. That's not a problem. Is it worth 100 gold, though? It's not. It's not worth the extra gold. We'll maintain the truce, but they're far enough away that I don't think we need to spend the gold on keeping them happy. Yep, that's totally fine. Let's choose production in Antium. See what the situation is down here. 9 years for another settler. I mean, we do need another settler. However, I feel like that settler's got to come from Rome. Has to come from Rome, to be honest. Honestly, a specialist to work in the fields would be pretty darn nice, because that would give us... I mean, that would just give us a plentiful amount of growth in Antium, and I think that's what we're after. It's going to take 4 turns. Okay, let's smash down 2 farmers over there. Let's get a treasury after that. So that's going to just further accelerate our growth rate, which is very, very nice indeed. Yeah, now as far as I know, the Gauls will not expand. Thankfully, they will not expand. So they won't take any more city sites. Mercenary band of chariots has arrived at the capital, offering their allegiance. Okay, cool. Well, we can say not right now. However, I think it's probably worth us taking the option. We'll sell some of this food that we've got just going spare at the moment. And then we will pay them for their services. I will re-click in just a second. Despite recruitment efforts, our army has been shrinking at an alarming pace. However, Pompey Julia the soldier, a military advisor. This is the guy that I let into my court. This is the guy, the great soldier. A military advisor believes that incorporating fighters from conquered nations into the army would swell it considerably. So, while the idea is so primary, our noble families may not approve. We had nothing to fear from the outside. So this is because we've got the gracious trait. It's actually unlocked the option for us, which is quite nice. We can gain the foreign fighters. However, all families will hate me. Well, all families don't hate me at the moment. I think, to be honest. What's the difference? What's the difference between this? There's no difference. There is no difference between... A larger army is the highest priority. Oh, we don't lose legitimacy. We don't lose legitimacy, and instead we gain 5 orders. Sure, I'll go for that. That's not necessarily a problem. It does make the families a little bit less content with me, but that's okay. Right, now we can pay them for their services. Bada bim, bada boom. We end up with another unit, which is fantastic. That is great. They have got the unique ability to rout our enemies. Fantastic. And you know what all of this is helping for? It's helping for this brand new tyrannical law that we're going to introduce at some point in the very, very near future. Yeah, I'm very, very happy with that. Okay, the chariot that we've unlocked can now head over here. Brilliant. We've discovered a pass. I'm going to try and, as quickly as possible, secure this city site and secure this city site down here in order to ensure that nobody is able to settle them before I have had a chance to do just that. Right, keep on exploring. We can't go through the Gauls territory, unfortunately. So the Danes are also just chilling up here. I don't think I'm particularly bothered about that. Keep on keeping on. Right. Alright, that's not too bad. You may be saying, by the way, or you may be seeing a little bit of... Oh, brilliant. We're known as the good. Wonderful. That's fantastic. And that gives us more legitimacy. Fantastic. Also, I'm still after the ability to control 4 cities, but I am going to get that very, very soon indeed. Don't you know it? Yeah, so we've got the ability... We have got the ability... I can't even remember what I was going to say. Oh, you darned... Ah, that was my spot right there. So this is exactly why I was trying to rush up here, in order to try and make sure that we got it from Babylon, because otherwise that was going to happen. I mean, I think this site is the best here. Gonna force you to march, and then I'm gonna move over there, and then we're gonna have a little look. Right, what sort of city do we want to found? A Fabius seat, a Claudius seat, a Patrons, a Valerius seat, or a Julius seat? Ideally, it would be a Claudius or Fabius, because we've not founded them quite yet. Now, this will be our last family, so we need to decide whether we want it to be... Yeah, Fabius, +2 training per city per year, plus 50% city defense. All new units start with steadfast. Family seat +25. On seat founded, 400 military points. Or the Claudius seat, 2 growth per year. Food staple, rural specialists, train time. Family seat can buy tiles. On seat founded, 2 citizens. Oh man, I don't know. Both of these dudes are pretty fantastic. I really like the growth rate. I really, really like the growth rate from Claudius. However, I feel like we're playing as Rome, for goodness sake. We need to go aggressive. The fact that all new units will start with Steadfast is pretty darn huge. In saying that, though, what do these turtles do? These turtles give us growth rate as well, so that's nice. That's dies. The fact that it is an ocean seat makes me think maybe Claudius is the best one for us. Because it's important. It's important. I mean, the fact of my dilemma basically rests on this. Do we have enough of a military snowball behind us, or do we need to get more? Starting a unit with Steadfast is huge. I mean, that is just a straight up bonus. Okay, what is Steadfast? What does it give us? It gives us plus 25% versus the barbarians. In fairness, there's not actually that many barbarians around. I think maybe that just does it for us, because instead the Claudius seat has got rural specialists train time. I mean, we're building farmers right over here, so I think we're going to find a Claudius seat. There we go. Brilliant. I am really unbelievably unhappy that that Babylon was able to get so near me. So Babylon probably isn't a huge fan of me. Now we can declare war. We can declare war on her. Should I try and peace out? I tell you what, I'm gonna try and peace out the Gauls. I feel like the Gauls probably would like me. Are you at war with anyone, Babylon? No, you're not at war with anyone at the moment. You don't like Assyria. I do have a peace with Assyria. That's fine. All right, what do we got? Boastful heir. The royal family of Greece visits the court. During a feast, Prince Alexander makes a shocking boast about how better a ruler he will be one day. King Philip the Good chides him for his brashness and turns to us for support. I mean, okay, the real question is, how old is Prince Alexander of Greece? And will his heir... I mean, Prince Alexander of Greece is the heir, and he's 43 years old. King Philip is 69 years old. Blumenek. I think we gotta side with Prince Alexander. I don't have the eloquent trait, unfortunately. Right, let's yeah, okay. I'm sorry, my dude. Is that's Greece over there? That's fine. Man, this is really unbelievably irritating. I'm really, really peeved off about those Babylonians. At least we got this city-state. That's good. At least we got the city over here. I'm going to send my units over to fight the barbarians now, because I think that's the next city that I want to take. We've got to try and expand quicker. The one thing about this game that I have learned thus far is that we need to try and constantly, like, push as much as we possibly can. Officers from the Greek court have come to express their ruler's admiration and respect. Don't know about that. Shares your belief of a strong military and sees wars with barbarian tribes as the single greatest threats to civilization. We share philosophies, but I cannot share my men. Okay. You know what? Why the heck don't we just try and estrange him? I mean, he's gonna die soon. He's 69 years old. He is 69 years old. He's already upset with me. He believes I'm a fool. He believes I'm a fool. I will not give him my units. No siree. Right. What's we got? Your young heir is being caught bullying her sister. She's only a year younger. So, I mean, there shouldn't be... Alright, whatever. Such repeated torment appears to be taking a toll. Ignore it. I don't really want to... so I'm gonna give... Am I gonna give my heir an additional 3 order? I think I actually straight up am. 3 order is huge. 3 order is huge. This is exactly why I think founding a Claudius family city is not terrible. Because we've already got, like, this massive military might behind us. Right. I'm gonna take my units back, just in case Greece decides to go a little bit ham on me, which could indeed happen. What have we got over here? We are recommended to build a forum or a settler. I don't like the idea of that at all, in fact. So I am straight up going to start with, in fact, yeah, start with a worker and then transition that into a forum and then transition that into a treasury as well, please. We're in a little bit of a, depression is probably the correct term, actually. We're not in a good financial position. Hanging Gardens have been completed by Greece. That's fine. Oh, brilliant. Fantastic. Our great soldier has tutored our daughter, and we now have an additional 1 courage. Cool. Nice. Oh, that's my other daughter. My daughter that was being bullied. Okay, that's fine. Late one day, there's a knock at the door. Agam, heir to the Babylonian throne, stands outside. The young prince fled his palace with hopes of escaping his responsibilities. He wishes to hide from his mother's agents in Rome and start a new life here. Return him to Babylon. He will become bitter. This queen is only 22. I think I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep this prince. I hate Babylon anyway. I hate Babylon for founding that city near me. So, you know, very rationally, I'm gonna try and do my best to crush them over the course of this entire series. So there we go. 1 year out from a farmer. Brilliant. Don't build another farmer. Build a farmer over here. Do we not have a citizen? We don't have a citizen yet, so we're not going to be able to get that next farmer quite yet. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. We'll just work on some improvements. Well, hey, we can choose a governor of the city of Rome. Brilliant. So, I was kind of hoping that it would be my wife. However, apparently I don't have that option. So, if I decide to... Yeah, I think I can just govern myself, right? That's totally, totally fine. There we go. Congratulations to me. I'm now a governor as well as a leader. One evening, your eyes fall upon a remarkable youth named Amelia Claudio the Romantic. She bewilders you with her charm. Your loyalty to your spouse stays your hand, but your heart cannot be helped but yearn for this young woman. Send her away. I must remain loyal. Queen consort is endeared. Removed, estranged from. Is she estranged from me right now? Is my wife actually estranged at this moment in time? I mean, she's just got a terrible opinion of me. Are you any good? You're a tactician. You're a romantic. You got a little bit of courage. I must remain loyal. I'm sorry, but I must remain loyal, my dear. I don't know why I'm apologizing for being faithful in that instance, but there you go. Right. Should we build a quarry? I think we'll build a quarry. Let's go build a quarry. Yeah. Let's go build a quarry. Let's get our quarry started immediately. We'll get some stone. Excellent. 3 years away from getting that done. Perfect. Man, Babylon, you've just doofed up my plans so much. Like, I can't believe that I was actually considering... I was actually, like, well on my way. I was, like, 100% well on my way to getting exactly what I wanted. I was just going to work so perfectly. And yet, here we are. It didn't work out. It didn't work out. Force you to march. Go up here. Harvest these gems. Great. Get a few more culture. We've got loads and loads of military points anyway at the moment, so I'm totally, totally fine. Right, when is King Philip of Greece going to die? He must be up. He must be up for a death soon. The pyramids have been completed by Rome. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. That's fantastic. Okay, so now this is how we're going to transition into massive financial success here. We also completed the labor force tech, which gives us the opportunity to unlock freedom or slavery. Maybe slavery, actually. I mean, I know that I said I didn't need orders, but we might need orders if indeed we go to war. Vassalage is also not terrible. Decreeing capital. I think, yeah, I'm gonna go for tyranny. Yeah. Let's get that in place. Okay, great. Marriage proposals arrived for... This is my heir from the Valerius family. Are you any good? Are you any good? Are the options that we have any good? Frugal, governor minus 50%. Okay, I mean, you know, we don't have to... I tell you what, I actually will get you married. Let's get you married. Let's marry you to a man with courage and wisdom, as opposed to just charisma, which just gives us civics. Yeah, cool. Let's go for it. Congratulations. When your heir, when your leader, your husband will be not terrible. That's what I'm hoping anyway. Right, family or loyalty. Lucia, eager to show what she's learned studying tactics, makes a speech criticizing your military advisors, especially Pompey. Oh no, this is the great soldier. A devoted member of the court, she requests that she be removed. Alright, fine. And that he be the only great soldier in your inner circle. Wait, what? Who? Pompey, Julia, the soldier. Wait. Okay, I think the he and she requests that she, because this is a female soldier. What shall we do? No longer tactics students. Requires tactics students. Both will serve by offering opposing ideas. Allied with King Romulus. I mean... Estranged? No, I don't want any estrangement. Both will serve. Both will serve. And my daughter will become allied with me. Does lower our legitimacy ever so slightly, which is a little bit of an irritation, but not the end of the world. Okay, can I still bring my units out this way, please? That's brilliant. How are we doing in terms of points? Not great in terms of points. Most of the problem seems to be the fact that we don't have enough cities, and I cannot believe that I was pipped to the post there. That's deeply irritating. Let's build a garrison. Let's get a garrison going over here. Negative value on stone, but that's fine. I'm going to harvest salt. Harvest salt. Harvest game. Brilliant. And harvest game over there as well. Perfect. Right, the settlers. Settlers are going to move down here when indeed we've got the... Oh my goodness, I've done all my movement. I've done all my flipping movement. Unbelievable. Monasticism, monotheism, or polytheism. I guess getting some religious stuff started would be pretty darn good. I'm not super bothered about this, to be honest. I think I'll take monasticism. The pyramids, wonderful, increased legacy. Slavery or freedom, the court will choose. The court will not choose on this turn, though. Framing by star. Observing farmers in the outskirts of Rome. Hostis Valeria, the scientist, has developed a new calendar for planting crops based on the movement of the stars. Wonderful. His ideas are still in the early phases, but additional research could help. Such promising work should be pursued. Ooh, this is a tough choice. So we get 50 food plus 4 border tiles in Rome. Would 4 border tiles actually do much? Not really. We've already got most of the good stuff. However, 2 additional citizens in Rome. Now that would be good. I mean, we've only got 2 citizens at the moment anyway. I think legitimately taking the citizens is the right choice. It does increase our maintenance a little bit and our food consumption. However, that's totally a worthwhile endeavor as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, so now we can get those trained into specialists, and we've already got the rural specialist training reduction time thanks to founding a city from the Claudius family. Time passes quickly, but you remember the Duchess of Atia Julia. Bit of a funky name, that. Right, what do I want her to study? Honestly, I need money at the moment. I need money, but I also want you to be a philosophy student because I'm after research. I mean, the value of research just compounds, you know? It's always good to have more research. Right, so the barbarians are over here. We need to make sure that we move our entire army out this way. Where is my unit over here? Brilliant. Cool. All right, that leaves us with 5 orders left. Settler, yep, you're ready to move. I am going to town on this. I'm so disgruntled with Babylon. So the Gauls are at war with Assyria at the moment. Everyone is much stronger than us in terms of army at the moment, apart from the Vandals, who are much weaker. Now, I mean, where the heck are the Vandals located? Is there any city that we could go to take out the Vandals right now? The Scythians are also much weaker. But the Vandals are not super far away. But that would be too far an incursion into enemy territory, I think. If we take this area, that'll keep us good for a little while. Right. Let's come down here. Harvest the cattle. Check out what's going on over here. Yet more Gauls. We are entirely surrounded by Gauls, apart from the ocean, obviously. King Romulus the Good is now severely ill. 70% chance of death. Oh, fantastic. And my daughter has actually just given birth. My heir, in fact, has given birth, which is great. That's really, really good. Outside the court, you discover that your daughter, Agrippina, being dragged down the street in chains. She's accused of petty crimes, theft, bribery, destruction of property. She asks about your punishment. Are you important? You're not exactly unimportant. -1 charisma. You don't actually have that. You don't have any charisma at the moment, so that's fine. But you'll still go negative charisma. Anyway, let's have a little look at my family tree. The succession is now secured. Brilliant. 1 and then 2. Oh, okay. All right. That's cool. All right. I mean, this is an interesting family tree. All right. What do we got? Day in court. Debate is still key. Blah, blah, blah. Busy day. How should we spend this time? Oh, brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. What would we like to do? Establishing a personal relationship with the heir. Is she... Wait, this is 2? They're both endeared to me? I mean, I don't care. I'm probably going to die soon. I am severely ill. I have a 70% chance of death. Also, having a little look. Is my brother still alive? Did my brother die? Yeah, Remus died. Remus died a while ago. I don't know when he died, but he did indeed die. He died endeared to me, though, so that was nice. That was indeed nice. 30 CE. What year are we now? I don't even know what we're... 30. He died 5 years ago. Wow, we didn't even have a ceremony or anything? Cool. Watching counselors debate deal maker. Leader plus 20 per year. I will give her 10 XP. Sure, why the heck not? Dinosaur Bones? Wonderful. Rumors swirl through the court that bones of the beast of the gods were unearthed in a quarry not far from the palace. Your curiosity gets the best of you, so we arrange a visit to the quarry. Right. Gain Maceman in Rome. Gain Slinger in Rome. Oh, yes. Or gain a single chariot in Rome and culture. Or gain 60 science. I mean, a Maceman and a Slinger, I think, is what I'm after. Because that will, look at that, pretty much single-handedly fixes our financial situation. So that's real nice. Cool. During a royal feast, you share an enchanting conversation with one of your minor courtiers. 2 of you talk. As the revels close, your companion lingers on as the rest of the guests depart. Let us see where the night takes us. I'm severely ill. These are my dying days. If indeed my wife becomes upset with me now, it will only be for about a year or 2. Probably. Whilst our despotic rule has quelled unrest, some citizens grumble. We must remain vigilant. How should we address their concerns? This is because I've got the tyranny law in place. Arrest any dissenters. Bribe influential citizens to keep them calm. Also, we will do a festival in a little bit. I guess this is like the high risk, high reward strategy. So we'll do the festival next, in fact. High risk, high reward strategy. Start with the festival. Yeah, start with the festival. And then actually, tell you what, I want to get farmers. Yeah, give me some farmers, please. Yeah. Okay, perfect. So that's going to be the order of production. So if we do this, then we should in fact reduce our discontent by a good bit. Hopefully we should survive. Here's hoping anyway. We are still on death's door. We're still severely ill, which ain't super hot, but that's okay. We're just about ready to attack, I think. We got a couple of units that are ready to mobilize. The settler, moving you on this turn isn't imperative. We can wait for a little bit. I can now build pastures. That's great. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go here. I'm going to buy the resources, and I'm going to buy as many pastures as I possibly can. Pastures are pretty darn important because they give us additional growth, and growth is good for the city. Let's move you out here. Move you out here. Move you up here and harvest the ore because we need iron, actually. Let me see if I can buy 100 iron. Nope, can't buy 100 iron. I'll buy a little bit of iron, though. Keep us going for a turn. That would indeed be nice. Yeah, we've got a lot of maintenance. A lot of maintenance for our units. Maybe it's worth me getting some negative consumption modifiers, if at all possible. But no worries. Okay, so you can just chill out over there. It's time to go. It's time to go against these barbarians. Let's move in. It's the Gauls now. I don't believe it. I do not believe what is happening to me here. Right. I guess we're going to move this settler right back around. The Gauls are much stronger, so the chances of me taking the Gauls on, basically non-existent. Right, so now that I know that it's Gauls, does it make a difference if I move in again? I feel like that is a little bit cheaty. However, if I do that, then that means that I can move into the city spaces, and that will in fact just give me more money, which is what I'm after. Right. I'm in a state of absolute distress at the moment, to be honest. We need to start spending some of our points on getting upgrades here. Right. Let's get you promoted. Oh, I can't. I moved you, actually. The Slinger. Yep, Slinger's a ranged unit. We will get you... We'll get you Besieger. Sure. And let's also bring you back as well. Yeah, we know that it's the Gauls now. Oh, that's infuriating on so many levels. That really is infuriating. Right, let's get you promoted. In fact, I can't because you've already moved, I believe. Yep. Can't upgrade you to a legionary because we need legendary culture. All right, end the turn. End the turn, get it done. Honestly, if my leader survives one more turn, I will be surprised. Christianity has been founded in Babylon. Fine. Right, I'm still severely ill. That still brings me some level of concern. Let's found this city. Please, dear goodness, let's found this city. Thank goodness I've camped this spot for a little while. I need to go to war. I need to go to war with the Gauls, but they are so much stronger than I am. They are so much stronger than I am. It's just simply impossible. It's simply impossible to contemplate that actually happening at the moment. Right, harvest this, harvest that, harvest this. Great, we want to try and get a couple of units promoted. Critical chance plus 10. We'll get you combat. Bonus. Test to do formation. Cool, alright. Bonus versus range units for a year. Nice. I will just give you some basic upgrades. You're now known as the Strong. That doesn't particularly matter, though, because I'm still weak. Bonus versus ranged or bonus versus infantry. I'll just take bonus critical chance, actually. And let's get you upgraded to level 2. We'll get you upgraded to combat 2 there. Excellent. Keep moving you back to the border. We've got 61 legitimacy now. A whole heck of a lot of legitimacy, if I do say so myself. Can we harvest any more resources around these parts? We can head up here and harvest these two things a game again. We've got a brand new worker that we've got chilling out over here. Man, I am absolutely unbelievably irritated. Can I build crabs nets right now? I can, but I need the wood. And that doesn't look like it's going to be possible to actually do at the moment unless I am to sell off a little bit of food, and then we'll buy the nets so we can try and boost up our growth rate as quickly as possible. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. That is... I'm so irritated about the Gaul city. That's deeply irritating. Right, news has arrived from abroad that the king of Syria has died and the heir has taken the throne. Your doctors and diviners have warned you that the end is near. Time to get your affairs in order. Alright, great. The soldier has tutored one of my daughters about courage. Wonderful. Okay, so the good news is that we are very, very close to fulfilling our ambition. And if we were to let this lapse, then it would become a legacy ambition and we would get less legitimacy. However, we're going to do it this turn. Where do we want to plonk down the... Probably over here, right? I think, yeah, this is not a... Yeah, this is not a bad place. Right, so... All cities... What do I care about? What do I care about? I think I care about... I don't know. I don't even know what I value the most. Let's get a Julius city, shall we? Gain treasury 1. We've completed the ambition, control 4 cities. Fantastic. We take our legitimacy to brand new heights, which is truly fantastic. I'm very, very happy with that. We're also just on death's door, though. An offer for trade. Yes, I would love to trade with Assyria. That would be fantastic, please. That would be excellent. Okay, Assyria, memory plus 10 opinion for 20 years. Trade boost, we get 5 research, they get 9 stone. Or we get 40 gold, and they get 5 civics. I will take the gold boost, to be honest. That is kind of necessary at the moment for me. Of course, we've got all of our units within our city boundaries. Or we will have in just a second. There we go. Wonderful. Can't get you promoted quite yet. I can get you promoted. Let's do combat 2. Excellent. And let's see if we can get you promoted to focus 2 as well. Brilliant. So just in my dying days, I'm trying to get as many people upgraded as I possibly can. Not for any specific reason, but just, you know, it's good to do. Good to spend my training points. Very, very good to spend my training points. Right, what do we got? Build a legacy of victory that will long outlive your reign. Will it? Really? But one more valiant campaign could further ensure your immortality. Tensions with Greece have been escalating, and a single act of aggression may trigger their hostility. Sometimes glory comes with a price. I think I'm gonna die. I think I am gonna die. Now is not the time to wage new wars. I mean, look, it would give us 4 additional research and 10% additional research in Rome as well. So it gives us a bunch of extra research, which is very, very nice. People will remember me in glory. I don't want to go to war with Greece. Not now. Not when we're just about to have a major aerial transition. Although in saying that, what the heck? Let's go out in a blaze of glory. I mean, you know, I was thinking about it. I didn't let the monkey murder my daughter, so why the heck not just go to war with Greece on my deathbed, eh? I mean, they are stronger. They are indeed stronger. However, that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything at all. That doesn't mean a gosh darn thing. Right, harvest the marble. Head over here. Harvest that. Yeah, fine. I understand the notion of fatigue. Okay, so we need to just try and, you know, plonk down as many upgrades as we possibly can. But I think as soon as we equip this city to work on a forum, and then we equip it to work on a worker. Fantastic. I think we will be ready to call this an episode. Right here, right now. Let's set up a farmer to be built right over here in Antium. Fantastic. And that will quite convincingly, I think, do it for this episode. Wowzers. Holy cow. What an episode of Old World, folks. I've had an absolute whale of a time. An absolute whale of a time playing this game thus far, and certainly I'm very, very, very much looking forward to the next episode. Thanks as ever to all of the fantastic Patreon supporters over at patreon.com/robopotato who make videos like this possible. Thank you also to Banana Nana and C Senpai for being the two $25 plus patrons over there too. Thanks for watching, folks. I'll see you next time. Bye.